Hello, sorry I haven't made like a video in a bit or whatever, or even stream. I need to do that more, but I wanted to show you just some of the later things that I've had, but didn't get to show over time. So first off, I got a couple of figures that are hard to find online. So one is Darth Malak here, which I love this figure. He's got nice detail to him. I'm glad his cape is cloth. Uh, yeah, he's one of my faves other than the Batman back there and Shadow right here. But he's pretty cool. I love his details. Then, of course, you got Batman. I do have other accessories of him, but I like the coloring, the utilization of the blue and such. Very cool figure. And look, he's got a gun. Batman's using a gun. He did come out with like a sickle sword. I think that's like over here by the Ratchet and Clank. And yeah, there it is. And then Shadow. This is movie Shadow, by the way. This figure was really difficult to find in my area, and it was pretty expensive for a little bit online, and I only got him for like 15 bucks. So that was great. Good find. They even had the Super Shadow, but I decided not to go for that. Then I wanted to show, like, kind of card collections. I've shown some of these collections already, so here's one I haven't, which is the Ultra Ran one. Don't mind the stain. I can't remember if this is a new one or if this is one that just wouldn't wash out. Either way, I'll try and wash this stupid stain out. But maybe because I don't remember it, maybe it's a recent stain. But yeah, I only got one deck. I got this when Dave was going to go get his decks. His deeks. I love that meme. Let me see if I can get this out. It's kind of going blurry. I don't know why the camera has like a weird mind of its own. But yeah, if you don't know much about Ultraman, you should check out Ultraman. If you like stuff like Godzilla and such, then you would probably like Ultraman. I love Godzilla. Hell, I'd even say Power Rangers. If you like Power Rangers, you may like Ultraman. So I do have, as you can see, there are technically 2 of each. There's technically supposed to be 3, but I have those 3 on display on my shelf over there to the left of me. So these are the cards that are in here. My friend Dave picked up both sets. I only picked up one. I think they ran out of them too. So there's that. And that's it. That was fast. I'll put these away. Then I got some new Magic the Gathering cards. Let me put them in view here. I already unpacked them. I'm hoping you can hear me fine too. I already unpacked them and put these 2 boxes together. Let's get them more in view, more centralized. And put this away. I hope you can hear me fine. Oops, sorry. I have to get really close to the camera to even be heard that well. I'm somebody who generally has a low-tone voice, so I've had people tell me to speak up and everything, and I would think I'm speaking up, but I guess not from the perspective of everybody else as well as the video itself, so that sucks, and I don't always catch it right away, so yeah. I've had a lot of videos that ended up that way, and of course I was too lazy to take care of it afterwards. Or dumbass. But let's take a look at these 2. I've already taken a look, but I mean, I don't remember all the cards that are in them, so I just put the Sephiroth side in here. Get out of the way, Cloud. So there's Sephiroth. I'm a big fan of the original. I like Final Fantasy 6, 9, and 10. Those are my favorites. I have played, is it 15? I think it's 15. I've played a little bit of 14, the online one. I might have dabbled in a bunch of them, but the only ones that stuck with me, I kind of like 8 as well, ironically. I know a lot of people don't like 8, but I kind of do. Some duplicates like they usually have. That's something that they would typically have anyway, so just in case. The reason one of those Sephiroth one with the sword is up front is because I made a joke through Discord with my friends. I basically took this card and put it under that Sephiroth and said, how does this work? Also, where's Aerith? But yeah, him killing himself essentially. Titus, a little bit of Final Fantasy X there. Treno Dark City. Like a bunch of different islands and stuff. Swamps. Sorry if I'm going by too quickly. Great artwork, whoever did the artistry for these is great. And those are just like advertising cards. One's got like a QR code thingy. But yeah, there's a Sephiroth one. Let's get Cloud back in view so he can be opened next. There we go. And close that up. Let's put it aside. Now for this one. Just making sure none fall out. And there's Cloud. There's a giant anime sword. Freya Crescent. So we got a Final Fantasy 9 character. It's great. More Final Fantasy 7. And everybody's favorite from 13. Everybody's favorite game. Lightning. Beatrix. Rosa. And a bunch of creatures and such. Can't remember if there's any other characters. Oh, there's Albert Steiner. He's like, he's Final Fantasy 9, isn't he? Yeah, he's like a Final Fantasy 9 character. I'll put him up there. And Lance, Tia. Guessing that's like a Final Fantasy 10? Or no, 14, sorry. 10 is with Titus, of course. Royal City. Seventh Haven. That's definitely 15 right there. Seventh Haven is definitely frickin' 7. Trying to remember what these other ones are from, though. I think not. Some of them are from 9, and then others. I recognize that. Which one is that? Because I recognize, like, the older image of this. Is this 6? I might be wrong about that. It might be even older. But, like, almost remastered version. Yeah, and here's the tips, join community and crap. Alright. That is the Cloud one. I don't think I need to show these others because it would take too long, and I think I already have a video showing them. But I will just tell you that my Magic collection is pretty big nowadays. I have an entire pack that is within this Fallout one. An entire pack within this Fallout one. God, how do I get these? Freaking come over here. It's already coming apart, but I've shown the Lord of the Rings ones on stream. It hasn't really changed, or not stream, but on a video in the past. So, bunch of Lord of the Rings. My Assassin's Creed collection is actually ironically bigger than that. Here's my Assassin's Creed, and I decided to put 2 of the Ezio's into one of these sleeves. So that's great. Is there another? Oh, is it in another sleeve? I think it's in another sleeve. Yeah, it's double sleeved in there. It's got a double sleeve. You can kind of see the corners of the extra sleeve that they're inside of. So this is my entire Assassin's Creed deck. If you do want to see that, I can show that if you ask. I can certainly do that. Then I'm going to separate these just because this next deck is going to be... So this is the Baldur's Gate collection. I just organized it too, kind of. Yeah, the Baldur's Gate one got ridiculous because I was trying to find all the Baldur's Gate characters. I even got some duplicates. And I think the only 2 I'm missing is Will and Gale, and that's it. I have Halsin, I have Jaheira, I have a couple Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Karlach, Minthara, so on and so forth. There's a bunch that I already have. But yeah, this is a giant ass pile. It also hasn't really changed since then. Mostly because I think my local store ran out of the Baldur's Gate 3 cards. So this is definitely the biggest collection. Whatever the Baldur's Gate series is known as. I can't remember what it was called in its heyday, so to say. Alright. That is it for those. Now, the... sorry. Get these organized, kind of. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a little crazy. Now let's put like Shadow back where he was. He's surfing on Godzilla's tail over here. That's what I have him posed as, surfing down Godzilla's tail. There are some, I got some free figurines. I think this Sonic right here and this Knuckles, which are McDonald's toys, were free. I just got them from somebody as I was taking one of my walks. They put it in a box of free stuff, and I was like, I'll take them. I was actually trying to collect them while I was collecting the other McDonald's things. Now, there are a couple other things. So there are books that I do have. I do still want to read some comic books for the channel. So there's still that to happen. First is Dead Space Salvage. This was a new one to get. I had to get it because, if you know, Dead Space stuff goes for a frick ton on places like eBay nowadays. Then I have one of the latest Sonic DC crossover comics. The latest Mega Man. Let's see, is there anything on the back? Nope, just that. I must thought I got 2 of the back, like, cardboard thingy. Then the next one, I was actually missing this issue, so they ordered me this, luckily. And then this one, which I also had to order because I was missing number 4. And of course, I got this at a local convenience store, ironically. I love the anime or the show on HBO Max, which finally it's going to be named again. But yeah, I haven't seen the next season though. But that was pretty cool. Let's see if we can put Batman back. Hold on. Batman is indeed back where he belongs. And then I'll be putting him back. But the last thing I got, so I played the I did some videos on different gotcha games. I'm not a gotcha fan, but I did like a video where I reviewed some Goonerish games, and half of them were not as great, while the other half was actually much better than thought. Whether it was the way they did the story and characters, like the one that I'm about to show you a book from, or they actually formed a lot of the mediocre tasks that usually like one of those games have you do, or the kind of checklist they have you do. And I decided to get, and it was straight from Japan too, so I doubt they'll ever watch me, but I got this manga, and it feels like a little piece of Japan was sent to me, and it's kind of cool. I like the cover, not just because of boobs, but because I like the color, the use of the pinks and the red and such. It's actually nice looking, the color trend. Paired with the gray background, it actually goes nicely. But of course, if I was going to read it, this is not released yet in America, by the way. I'm pretty sure this is not yet released in America. There's actually like 3-4 other mangas. There's like one anthology. I think there's 2 collector alternate cover versions of the main 3. And then there's the main 3. They're not that cheap though. But this was the cheapest of the ones that I could get. So, and I actually just played the Red Ash side content thing or whatever event thing, because I was able to unlock it. So interesting that I get this around the time I unlock that. This is a cover that goes over the book, of course. The other side is just blank. But yeah, I thought this was a cool little thing I got. It felt like a little bit of Japan is with me, or something that came from Japan is with me. I do technically have, if you're wondering, why did I get it in Japanese? Well, first off, like I said, they did not, it is not really in the States yet. And second, I collect some books. Like, I'm a big fan of the Full Metal series. I have a English version of this book already, where this one not yet. But I do technically collect them, even if they are in another language. So I didn't really mind. I even noticed that it's still got the yen sticker on it. That's cool. I like that. It's kind of fading a little bit. What's it say? It says 108, but there's 11 before it, but I'm guessing it's just the 108. It must have been pretty cheap where they got it. Book off. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. But yeah, it's cool that I own. I think this is technically the first 3 volumes of Full Metal. Yeah. Put that back where I found it. I have a fan going, because it's freaking hot in here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, I did get another Superman cup, because they were selling them again because the top of this one was kind of scratching away and such, and I need to wash out the cup, of course. What is that? It's like a crumb on it. That's gross. But yeah, need to clean this cup anyways. But I got another one because I wanted to replace it, have one that was in much better condition. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry this went on for 20 minutes. I hope to get back to reading comics. It is still technically Transformers TMNT month. I noticed that the TMNT movie, the Jim Henson original one, is having an anniversary. And so that's good for this month. As well as there's other weird TMNT crossover stuff going on lately. For example, is it TMNT with frickin' Godzilla or something, I think is gonna happen? And then there's also with Hello Kitty at McDonald's, which was really weird to me, and I don't like McDonald's, so frick that. I only collected the other stuff, Mario and Sonic stuff, because I cared more for that. I'm not somebody who is a fan of Hello Kitty, but I do like Turtles, the TMNT that is. But that is it.
That's about it. See ya.
But you have an awesome day. Bye-bye.